Welcome to the Beck and Siri Show.
And here at Team Sirius Tri Club, it's not just about swim, bike, run. It's about who you become. On our show, we don't just talk to you about swimming, cycling and running.
We talk about mindset. We talk about fearless authenticity and being your very best self.
Hey there, Cam here from Team Sirius. This week on the live chat we've got Beck and she's going to give us some tips about COVID-19. And if you're stuck at home or if your pool's closed, she's going to take us through some great Chord workouts. I hope you enjoy it.
Hello everybody, it's Beck here. I hope you can hear me. Welcome to the live chat. I'm here by myself. I'm in our garage and you can see Siri in the background there. She's here with us in spirit. She's still up in Denver for quite a while yet, but I wanted to tune in because we're all self-quarantining right now and I finally get to see her tomorrow. And I'm here because I can't see what anyone's writing, by the way. So if you guys are saying hi, I can't see anything because I'm going live with just one phone today. I only have one phone. So any questions I'll have to answer after. But a few of you guys saw some posts from Yvonne about tips with the current situation with the coronavirus. And I think they were really important. So I wanted to touch on a few of those first. And then I'm going to go through how to use these babies here, these cords. And then how to make do with some pretend ones that you can make just from home with hockey straps. So some of the tips that we've been thinking we want to share with you guys, firstly, is that thankfully they've been smart enough to put bans on all public pools and public places and gatherings. I think it's down to below 10 now. I know Boulder County is less than 10. Most people are less than 50, so you can't go out, you can't go to do anything other than go to the shops. In Boulder County, you can only go to the shops and the chemist. Everything else is shut down. The whole community is shut down. I think it's a good thing because I just think that the risk right now with people that are immune compromised, like my wife, hi guys, I think it's cobwebs on you. I think it's really important that people with immune compromised health situations like Siri, it's really dangerous for people like her. So I think reducing that risk for her, the elderly, and those guys with compromised immune systems, I think this is the best thing to do right now. So I've advised all my guys to a few tips for everybody, but my guys, actually specifically my athletes I coach, we have gone back to one session a day. We've cut back to one session a day and almost back to sort of a end of season, off season kind of strength, endurance, or more strength based with sprinkled with a little bit of speed, longer recovery and less intensity. And I think most coaches out there should be advising that for all of their athletes, that having that really high intensity where it just knocks your immune system down in that 5-6 hour rides right now, you've got to be really careful because you want to keep that immune system boosted. And you can take every precaution, but you could just grab a trolley at the supermarket and touch your face and you could contract it. So, I mean, the risk isn't that high, but I just think staying healthy is the most important thing. And the races are cancelled, so there's no pressure on anybody really until after May to race. So you have at least 16 weeks till probably the first race. All I would say, end of May, I don't think there's going to be anything until probably June, and we're in like March. So you have at least 12 weeks minimum. So, and even then that's really uncertain. I think anyone racing in June, July should still go ahead with their regular schedules, but just cut that high-end intensity stuff up that's going to really knock your immune system around, knock your body around. Do a bit of the longer, steadier efforts, more strength work, get in the gym. People that have missed the gym over winter, now's the time to start. And I'm going to start posting some more workouts you can be doing in the gym. Another great idea would be to go and register with Erin Carson in the EC Fit off-season strength phase, or start a season strength phase 1 or 2. She has so many programs out there that Marinda and a lot of our athletes do. So if you need to find out about Erin Carson, just look up ecfit.com and she has a lot of great workouts too, but I'll also be posting some. So some key things. So I would be reducing your high intensity, giving yourself longer recoveries, be more cautious with the 5-6 hour bike rides. Like if you're doing a 5 or 6 hour ride with time trials in it the entire time, 3 or 4 hours of hard work, I'd start to really think about cutting a little bit of time and distance out of those, and just cutting back to about 75%, I think, of your entire plan. That would be my advice. And as I said, just stay at home. You can do a lot of your running, obviously outside, and riding outside is not a problem, which is fantastic for those guys that don't have a cold winter. I'd be getting out on the roads and the runs and the bikes, but if you have to be inside on your own home gym, I think that's a great option. And for some of you guys to have Pelotons, why not get on the Peloton? I know triathletes think that they have to always be on their time trial bike, and that is the case for, this is a pretty, odd occasions. Doesn't happen very often that the whole world literally gets shut down. So don't be scared to get on the Peloton, have fun. Try those sessions, they're amazing. If your partner has it and they're not an athlete and you've never tried the Peloton, get on there and try it. It's just mix it up a little bit. I say mix it up for sure. Don't be doing every workout on there, but get on the Peloton, try the Peloton. Start doing your mobility stability that you missed. Get an EC Fit plan, or look at what we're doing with our strength mobility sessions. I'm going to start including. And if you don't have an endless pool, I envy Marinda Carfrey and Kimmy Michael Lee. They both have endless pools, so if you're anywhere near them, maybe you convince them to use their endless pool. But if you have a swim pool and it's warm enough, I would get, you can buy like a device that you attach to something at the end of the pool, and you can actually swim against the current. And now's the time to do that for sure. And if you haven't got either of those options, you can get your cords out. The Vasa trainer and the Halo trainer are also amazing. That's VASA, Vasa, and the Halo trainer, HALO. And I can show some improvised ways of doing that just on a bench where you're lying on your stomach. You can actually attach paddles to the end of Oki straps. This is crazy, but you could attach paddles to the end of Oki straps too, or just hold the ends. That's a really simple way to do it. But I know that Finis make these, FINIS make these swim cords, and if you know of any other brands, you guys, please post those brands. I would say the other thing is hydration all the time. Lots of hydration. We obviously work with F2C. Lots of water, more than you usually have. Will help flush everything out. I don't know if the fallacy about the 27 degrees Celsius thing that kills the virus is true. Not many people are in that climate, except for if you're Aussie, so it's pretty cold over here right now. But the biggest tip, I think, too, is this for immune boost, is boosting your immune system without Farmer Greens, F2C Farmer Greens. This stuff's amazing, and Siri's been using it a lot, and she's doing so well on her recovery and her post-transplant. So I would say, what do you say, guys? F2C greens. And some of you, I'm going to go totally off track here for a minute, but some of you might be wondering what shoes I'm wearing. So why not take them off and show you? So this, guys, is a little secret just for the club. I'm working on getting Team Series Tri Club branded and customized shoes. And these are the prototypes by a friend of mine. They're called Atreo, and they're absolutely beautiful. They actually give Nike a real run for their money. And I actually think they're better. They're lighter, they're stiff but not too stiff, but they're flexible in the toe where you want them to be flexible, but they're really unbelievable support. They have a really nice supported arch. They're really nice high density foam, and there's no flex in the, like you can see where I've run it, you can't see the flex where the crease marks are or anything yet. So it's really good quality high density foam, and yeah, it's a 6mm offset. So this is the Distance Road shoe, and it is so beautiful, and it's seamless, like pretty much seamless, and he's going to do a little more work on that, but I got no issues. I've worn them 4 or 5 times and had like great run sessions in them on the treadmill, and it's really nice stitching. There's no seams at all. It's basically seamless the whole way. He probably will extend this tongue up for triathletes a bit more, and we were thinking of working out how we can do a lace system that's a little better, but they're really, really nice. This is our little secret. So On Running's probably going to be saying goodbye to us, because I really want to work with this company, and they're going to be Team Series Tri Club customized run shoes. So that's the Atreo, the shoe I'm looking at right now. That's a secret, so don't be telling anybody else about that right now, you guys. Okay, so get your greens in, get your fluids, extra sleep. Those people like my athlete, Leanna, who doesn't sleep much, get more sleeping in, because you guys probably can't go to work right now. And then, speaking of work, off track again, but speaking of work, a lot of people are doing online work, so I think anything you can do online to keep bringing income in. People are being really innovative with that, but I really feel for those people that can't work and that all of a sudden have their kids for 8 weeks. It's just thrown a complete spanner in the works for so many people, and so many people's lives seem like they're in disarray right now. But I actually feel like it's a gift. I think it's a gift to connect more, to hang out with your family more, to just slow down and take a big breath and just enjoy being outside. Like, outside's healthy. You're not going to contract coronavirus if you're outside. So get outside. I've been spending more time with my horses, my pets, my mum. than any ever before, and it's a beautiful gift, and I do think the universe or God or whoever you believe in has sent that to us to slow this crazy world down. I really do feel that there's always a gift, as Siri said, always a gift in the struggle. So okay, so the pharma greens, the fluids, extra sleep, vitamin C you can absorb up to I think 1,000 micrograms an hour. So I would be taking the vitamin C very often to prevent you from getting anything. Keep that immune system up with healthy fruits and vegetables if you can get them. You can always order those online. MC has a great company she orders from, so ask her. But fruits and veggies, and I'm going to check that this is actually still working well, you guys, because I would hate to this not be recording. Let's check. Oh yeah, here we go. So I hope you guys can all hear me. Let's see. So let me know, guys. Yep, a gift. Good. So you can hear me. That's great. Okay. So any other tips that you guys want to add, please add them. And we're going to send out an email with all our top tips. And we're going to continue to send the Chord workouts for you guys that can't swim. Because I know people are freaking out about these races. But the good thing is everybody's in the same boat. So we're all under the same conditions and we're all dealing with the same issues. So 99% of your competitors are not in the swimming pool swimming. So let's get ahead of them by doing, dry land work and using our cords and just being a little more innovative. Like get in the gym, if you haven't done lifting before, then obviously you got to be cautious. But technique's the key. But start lighter and do body weight stuff. You can do push-ups, you can do dips, you could do, I saw Rennie doing curls with peanut butter jars. You can do all those sorts of things, and I'll be posting stuff about that too. But what else did Yvonne write? She said vitamin C, water, hydration. Obviously, touching handles and stuff publicly. I actually roll my sleeve up and use the end of my hoodie, like the end of my sleeve on my hoodie, to open doors. The thing is that the virus can last 5 hours on clothing, so then you want to throw that out and wash it when you get home. I know this is being extreme, guys, but my wife is in remission, so I'm being even more extreme. I would actually opt to wear a mask anywhere you go in public places. I'd be wearing a mask. And it's not airborne, but it's in droplets. So if someone's touched something, it can actually stay alive on metal surfaces for like 24 hours. So I'd be bringing hand sanitizer if you can find any, or hand wipes, and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds, wash your thumbs, and just keep sanitizing all the time, wear your mask all the time. What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing. But they're really basic tips, but sometimes you just need to be told or reminded. And just eating really clean, healthy right now is so important, because I think if any of us that was really healthy that contracted this, we'd be okay. I've had swine flu and I got through that, so did Siri. But if someone like Siri who's immunocompromised, or my mum got this, it would be a big, big struggle. And although there's a really low death rate, it's very similar to the flu. It's still really scary, so take that extra caution and just take time to breathe and be with your family. So without further ado, I'm going to go through, this will be a beginner workout for anyone that's never used cords before, and most of you probably haven't. So you can use these for a pre-swim warm-up too if you can't get in the water or it's dirty, you're a little bit scared about getting in it. These are great to have around a tree before you start the swim. You want to simulate your swim stroke as much as you can. And that's always starting right out in front, pulling through the high elbow and finishing right at the back. And I'm hoping you can see me. I hope the angle of this camera is okay. And if you've done it before, then I don't see any issue with doing like a 30-40 minute broken up session. But you obviously can't do this for 30-40 minutes non-stop, because the resistance is a lot more than it is in the water. You can't simulate the water resistance. This is going to be a lot harder. And the different colours, and Maddie posted about that, the different strengths, but I'm not sure what the red is, but it feels pretty light. But I would start, no matter what, if you're starting new, I would start really light with not a lot of resistance. So don't pull all the way back with these when you start, like keep it pretty loose. This is a little noisy, so we'll try and talk through it. But for the first session, I would start with no more than 10-15 minutes total time, including the rest and the actual active part. And we're going to start with a session that I wrote up the other day, but I'm going to go through technique with you guys first. So hopefully you can see me. So you want to be in a high bisy. You're so entertaining. You want to be in a squat position, but when you do this, if you're not used to it, it can hurt your lower back. So when you do it, I actually tuck my back under a little. I stick my butt out like a squat position, And you want to keep your feet where they would be if you're swimming, so they're about hip width apart. And have your bum stuck out like this, but then I would curl under a little and just keep your core on, because you want to engage your core, otherwise you're going to get a sore back. And I would bend over just like you're in swim position. And I should have brought my bench down, but it is really good to do it on a bench too, or on a Swiss ball. My Swiss ball, I can't see it, but you can do it on a Swiss ball too, that's a little harder. But I would start with this for a beginner. Hold your core in, bend over, keep your head down like it would be. And I'll go through just a single arm technique to start with. So you want to keep this wrist flat, and this is where your hand would enter the water. Normally that's where your hand would enter. If you're doing, this isn't how you do it, but if you're doing a normal stroke, that's where my hand would enter. So you start there. I'm just going to do a single arm. Keep that elbow up, pull all the way just slightly towards your body, and then you want to finish right back as far as possible behind you. Okay? And you can't really go over like you would for recovery. You kind of have to bring it back that way. Well, you could, but it feels a little weird. So that's the technique, you guys. So I'm going to just give you, so if you want to do it with me, you can, and rewind this and go back and play it. We're going to do 10 lots of 15 seconds single arms, single arms but swimming style, and then we're going to do 15 seconds rest. So I'm just going to count it. I'm not going to really use a clock, but or you can just count 15 strokes. Okay, and then rest. And you can stand up to rest, give your back a little rest too, because you will feel this. I have it quite loose. You can make it a little harder by moving further back, or you can move further forward to make it looser, obviously. Okay, and then that was a bit much rest, sorry. Maybe 15. I'll do 5 of these, but you guys should start with 10. Still want to have that little bit of movement, but try and keep your head still. Sometimes you can't get all the way back if the core isn't pretty strong. I can get to there and it gets quite hard, but it's still back far enough. So, and then you want to rest again. Remember to breathe. I wouldn't say try and breathe like you're in the pool. You just want to do dry land breathing, but don't forget to breathe and keep engaging that core. This is the third one. See how my elbow's up, so I'm pretty much simulating, I'm still rolling my hips, but my head's pretty still. And you can get over more if you've got a bench. It's good to lie on a bench or a Swiss ball. And remember to keep this wrist flat, you guys. So again, the technique is here, and then push all the way back. That's the hardest part of it, obviously. So you're going to get good tricep extension and good tricep workout there. Deep breathing. Keep your eyes, I would say 3 to 4 foot in front. That's where they are when you're swimming. I hope you can hear me. Okay, that's 4. So I would do 10 of those. 10 lots of 15 on, 15 off. If it's too easy, just move back a little. You can move back a little each set. Actually count 15, that's about 15 seconds anyway. And obviously your stroke rate's going to be a little slower than when you're actually swimming. Alright, this is purely a swimming simulation, but you can do so much. You can work on the front end, right, sculling. A lot of people, like when you scull, you want to lock your shoulders back a little bit. This is sculling out the front. You can practice like deep water sculling here. And then you can do a press, like a tricep press at the back. And then the second part of the session for the beginners was 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So the same thing, guys, 30 on, 30 off. And then if you really want to get into it a little bit more, you can do some double arm stuff as well and move right back and make it like a fly drill. And this still simulates, you know, the same arm position, but you're not really simulating the actual freestyle swimming bit. There we go. Okay. So, let's see. So you guys, hopefully you saw that, you guys. Does anybody have any questions? Turn it, here we go. Hey guys. Does anybody have any questions they want to ask? Let me know. Hi, Gabby. Hi, Dan. I'm going to sit here because I love seeing you guys to see my wife too. She's amazing. There's her picture right there. So any questions, you guys? So I would start with that as a workout. I did post a Vasa workout. There were 3 workouts posted on Instagram today and in Facebook. So have a look at those because Vasa have like a beginner, like off-season strength Vasa trainer workout. And they have like 3. So yeah, I think, Gabs, if you're new, I would not do a full hour to start with. I think that's just way too much. I mean, if you have the cords nice and loose, you could do it. But yeah, that's going to be a lot. If you can do it without being completely, like, extremely sore, then you could try. But yeah, it's a lot. That would be a lot. Wifey's doing good, Dan. Thank you. She's doing really well. Any other questions, you guys? As I said, strength and mobility is really important right now. We don't really know when the races are going to be put back on. So I would say there'd be nothing to June, July. So there is no reason why you shouldn't continue your like start of season or the end of season phase going into the start of season and sort of cut back to 1 session a day and involve more strength and less extreme high intensity work. Stretching, I can do stretching to you guys. That's a great idea. So I was going to go through each day, do cord workouts that you guys can do yourselves. And then I was going to go through strength, mobility, stability stuff and some stuff you can just do at home if you have hand weight. So I was going to go through that as well. And we can totally go through stretching. I can make a video on that tonight or tomorrow and post that for you guys. Preferred brand of cords. I know that Maddie says that the Finesse ones are the best. FINIS, I think it is. And I'm going to try and work with Vasa Trainer to see if they can give us a discount. But in saying that, you know, you can easily just use your swim cords, the swim bands, the swim cords with just a regular bench, like a normal bench or a Swiss ball. You can use it for that as well. You can use the cords on there, just like hang them from the ceiling like I have. And like here, and just have your bench there and just move your bench behind here and do it on the bench. You could do it like that too. And if you're used to it, there's no reason why you can't do 30-40 minutes. And if you're a fairly conditioned swimmer, I think you could do up to 30-40 minutes as well. It probably wouldn't be too much, but if you're a newbie, I think an hour is a lot. But try it. You'll know the next day because you'll be extremely sore. Oh, I forgot to show you, you can improvise if you can't get hold of cords. You can do these Oki straps. You'd have to hold them. You wouldn't be able to have your hand like a paddle position, but you could just hold them in your hand and attach them. I got them on the treadmill. And you could just use, like, honestly, I've got 2 Oki straps joined together. That could work as well. We have MC in the house. Yes, I'll let you know about Vasa. I know that we did have one for Halo trainers. I'm going to find out from Halo Trainer if there's still a discount for those as well, because Siri worked with those guys as well. So there's the Halo Trainer and there's a Vasa Trainer, and then there's just the cords on your weight bench, like a normal weight bench. But the Vasas are really great. They're amazing, and they're not that expensive. And they come with like YouTube workouts too, which I posted today on Instagram, so you guys can see that. You guys have any more questions? If anyone has any more news about races being cancelled, and if they know if Hawaii 70.3 is on, I've got a couple of athletes racing that. Let me know, because I do feel like the May ones are going to be cancelled too. And as I said, Boulder's been shut down other than pharmacy, post office, and supermarket. Everything's in shutdown. Running shoes, would you have it? Oh, yeah, so that you guys are just coming on. These are Treos. I am telling you, these shoes are unbelievable. The guy that invented them has been doing, I've done some road tests and some run tests on them. They're unbelievable. They're better than any shoe I've ever worn. And I've been running for I've been running since I was 13. Oh my God, like nearly 30 years, and these are my favorite shoes I've ever worn. And we don't get any kickbacks from these guys. I'm just working with him because I've always wanted a custom Team Series Tri Club shoe. and I am so excited to have that, and I'm going to give him a call tomorrow and work this out. But it's a 6mm drop, and there's such a beautiful foam, and it's so spongy and cushioning, but it's really shock absorbing. Like, I barely had sore calves the next day. Like, they're amazing. So it's a Treo, ATREYU. This is them. They're just beautiful. So I will keep you posted on those, Michael, for sure. I'm thinking it's probably going to be, it's probably going to be when race season starts. It's probably going to be like June, July. So don't quote me on that, but that's what we're working on. Yep, good. Fins, dryland. Yes, good. Okay, awesome. Thank you for posting that, Dan. That's awesome. So do you guys have any more questions? This scar here, as you can see, I told my mum it was from hitting my head on the fence post, but it was actually... I was talking to my other horse, and one got jealous and went out and bit and got me instead. So it's actually a bite mark, but don't tell my mom, she'll freak out. All right, you guys, if there's anything else you want, like I've heard stretching, so we can go through, I won't do it tonight, but we can definitely go through some stretching. Yvonne actually posted, you guys, on the wall today 2 YouTube posts on some really good triathlete stretches to do. So it's on there. It's on the wall. Yvonne's strength conditioning friend posted it. There's some great stretches on there. It is in German, but it doesn't really matter because you just copy what they're doing. So that is on there. But I will add to that some dryland workouts with the cords. Keep adding to that. Tonight was 10 by 15 seconds on, 15 seconds off, 10 by 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And if you're used to it, just try and go through your whole swim workout and do it by time. Like, you have 400 warm-up, do like 6 minutes. I think 40 minutes on this is probably plenty. An hour is a lot, and you will get really bored. But, you could go through that whole session with the actual cords, and you can add some butterfly, and you can add some front end and middle end strength work and the extension strength work as well. So, yay. So any other questions, you guys? What color bands do you recommend? Easy, medium, heavy? This depends. If you're a really strong swimmer and your muscles are conditioned to swimming, I would just go the heavy straight away. Unless you've never used them, I'd go medium. But if you're not considering yourself a swimmer, which is already half the problem probably, but if you don't consider yourself a swimmer and you haven't really been swimming a lot and your muscles aren't conditioned to swimming, or you get really sore from swimming, or with paddles or anything, I would go the easy, the lighter colors. Everybody's going to need, actually that's a great idea. Everybody will need a swim block after this, so maybe we'll send out Siri's swim block to everybody for free, and you guys can all do that swim block, because you will need that. But you got to be careful, you guys, because that can cause, people not used to it can cause injury. But if you have been doing the cords, the good thing is you're going to build up that strength, mobility, and like sport specific conditioning in your arms and lats and even your core. So you may actually find this a blessing in disguise, guys, because a lot of you don't do this work, and I think it's really good. All right, you guys, no more questions, so I'm going to tune out. I hope this really helped, and have a look at my Instagram post, Team Serious Tri Club _ Rebecca Keat on Instagram, and on Facebook, and I'm sure I put it here too. Vassar put out some really good 3 beginner workouts to do. I would say non-consecutive days, you guys. I wouldn't be doing it every day. I do it every second day. So cool, awesome, you guys. One more shot of my amazing wife right there. She's doing great. Keep sending her your love, and thanks, guys. Bye.
That Cam here again, thanks for listening. Don't forget, if you want to join these chats live, all club members get access to that, and at the moment we're having a deal, so you can get your first month for free. So go to teamserioustriclub.com, make your way to the club sign up page, and at checkout enter the code SERIOUS free month, all in uppercase, and that'll get you your first month for free. So I hope to see you inside the club soon. Otherwise, I'll see you here next week.